This is going to take a while to explain.
Today we're heading from Split to Dubrovnik. We've got about a 4-hour bus ride ahead of us, so we've stopped in the park on the way to the station for some coffee and a pastry.
Predictably, of course, we're getting the bus.
Yeah.
We're really excited for Dubrovnik. It's supposed to have a gorgeous old town with lots of Roman architecture and amazing sunset spots over the coastline.
Also, we realised that we're on opposite sides for this intro and it's stressing me out as well, don't worry.
I can see the framing, I prefer it. Although I normally sit on the other side purely because I keep looking at the screen when I sit this side, so Dale makes me sit that side.
We're going to sit here, have our coffee, have a pastry and then head to the station. Now that we're caffeinated and fed, it's off to the bus station.
And our bus is on it, but it doesn't tell us where the bus departs from. So I would assume it's the same as it was in, where were we last? Dubrovnik, where the buses just pull into an available bay and we'll just have to find it. Trouble is, there were like 30 bays here, so it's quite difficult to find.
As we're walking to try and find where our bus leaves from, I overheard some fellow English people saying bad news about Dubrovnik. So when I asked them, apparently our bus is delayed by about 45 minutes, so we're going to try and find out a bit more information and find out when we're leaving.
I just checked at the desk and the bus has been delayed by about 40 minutes. It's very hot in here and I think everyone else is waiting for delayed buses as well because it's so busy. We're going to sit here now and hopefully the bus will turn up soon. According to the lady at the desk, our bus will be here in 5 minutes, so we're going to go attempt to get on it.
This is the craziest bus experience I've ever had. This is ridiculous. We're about an hour into the journey and we're stopped for a 10-minute break. Understandably, I'm one of the only people who's not got off the bus.
While Dale stayed on the bus to look after her stuff, I went to get some water. The poor woman at the shop had a queue of literally 50 people on this double-deck bus, all queuing for water. We sold out nearly all the bottles and a few people were buying beer. Not sure how sensible that is. I also overheard someone saying that apparently there have been some problems with the bus because we actually got to the side of the road for a couple of minutes and they had to restart the engine. So I think the bus might be on its last legs. Hopefully we don't break down. It seems to be going fine at the moment though, so on to Dubrovnik in 36-degree inside.
38.
Is it 38 now?
Yeah.
We've had hotter, it was 42 in Stanley, it's fine.
We've just been told that we need to change bus. I'm pretty sure that's because there's been some issues with the one that we've been on. So we're going to try and find the other one we've got to get on, which I think is actually right here.
Don't know if they're bringing our luggage for us or we're getting it, they didn't say. Dale's gone to move our bags over while I've got us a seat on the new bus. It's just as hot, but it's nicer and cleaner. I'm not really sure why we had to move. Probably something to do with the fact that the bus, well, someone was saying about the bus breaking down. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just something they do, but I doubt we're going to be doing much filming in Dubrovnik tonight. Might have to wait till tomorrow. This has been the most stressful bus journey we've had in a very long time.
Our bags are on the other bus.
Oh.
Both buses are going to the same place, apparently. So...
Why are they staying on the other bus?
Because they've had to split us because there's not enough seats on this one.
Why are they moving people then?
I don't know. They basically put everybody who was on the original bus onto 2 buses.
Oh.
Yeah.
And ours are on the other
And then
bus.
they just split all the bags up.
Oh, okay, so ours are on the other bus.
Yeah.
really zoomed in. We've got the wrong lens on. So, what actually happened at passport control?
I'm not actually sure, to be honest. It was a big mess.
Should we tell them to get there?
Yeah, we'll explain when we get there.
After taking double the amount of time it should have, our bus has finally dropped us off in Dubrovnik, albeit with a bag covered in yogurts, something split in someone else's bag, and I hope it's yogurt anyway.
We feel like we may not have done the best job of filming and explaining what was happening at the time on this bus journey. We are going to explain everything to you, but first we're going to make our way to our apartment because we don't want to keep our host waiting.
It's not an apartment, it's a room.
Room. The place where the bed is.
We've got about a half-hour walk, so we're just gonna get on, get through it, and then we'll catch up with you. We've just arrived at where we're staying after a really sweaty walk uphill, and our host was so sweet. She brought us coffee and orange juice, and this garden area that we're sitting in is lovely. Good thing we've got the coffee because this is going to take a while to explain.
We're going to make this as quick as we can, so not to bore you. The chaos started out with the fact that when we arrived at the bus station in Split, the person at the desk didn't really seem to have any idea what was going on. She kept giving us different times, different amount of time we would have to wait, different bays to get the bus from. In the end, the time it arrived and the bay that it pulled into was completely different from what she told us.
Picture this, a load of sweaty tourists all piling onto the bus and stressed about missing their flights or connecting buses, and then the bus keeps stopping. When I say stopping, I mean it would literally pull into the side of the road randomly for a few minutes. The driver would turn the engine off, turn it back on, and then would get going again. Until eventually we stop at a petrol station and I overhear someone telling somebody else that the bus is broken down.
Thankfully the bus got going again, but not for long. Very soon Izzy and I are being herded onto a different bus, but then we realise our bags weren't coming with us.
Our bags had ended up on a third bus, which we think the driver was trying to assure us was also going to Dubrovnik. There was a bit of a language barrier. We just had to hope that our bags were going to end up in the same place that we were, and it seemed like the journey was going smoothly. That was until we reached the border of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know if you know much about Croatian geography, but you have to go through a tiny stretch of land that belongs to Bosnia and Herzegovina in order to get from Split to Dubrovnik.
We were actually told by the bus company that because we wouldn't be stopping in Bosnia and Herzegovina, we wouldn't need to show our passports. This wasn't entirely accurate. When we arrive at the border, we are told by the driver to exit the bus because we need to show our passports. Unfortunately, this led to quite a bit of confusion as some of the other passengers had left their passports in their bags that were on the other bus. Luckily, both Izzy and I had our passports on us. Since we were uploading a video, I was going to go show my passport first, come back, and then Izzy was going to go and show hers.
So I'm sat there on the bus waiting for Dale to come back with a few other people who I think also had the same idea as us. But then the driver suddenly tells everyone to get back on the bus and we all pile on and we drive off. Apparently I didn't need to show my passport at border control. I did try to. I asked the driver and said, oh, I need to show my passport, and he went, nope, finished. So I guess I was just too late for that one. But anyway, we were driving through Bosnia and Herzegovina when the bus stopped again. But thankfully this stop was just for half an hour and because the driver needed a break, which is totally okay because it must have been a very stressful journey for him. And then we were off again.
From there onwards, the rest of the trip went pretty much without a hitch. The only other weird thing that happened was once we went back through the border into Croatia, only 10 people were told they had to show their passports. The driver came on and said, I need 10 people. So 10 people stood up as, I guess, tributes. All went off to show their passports. We waited on the bus, and then we were off again.
And you know the rest. After a 7-hour bus journey, most of which was spent standing on the side of the road, we finally arrived in Dubrovnik. I know we said we'd go out and film this evening, but as you can probably tell, it's getting dark. Not really enough light to go out and make a vlog, but we have 2 full days here, so we'll make you 2 lovely videos before we then head to Montenegro.
Thank you so much for bearing with us while we tried to make sense out of everything that happened today.
And we will see you tomorrow, where I will be having coffee on this lovely terrace. Huh?
You carry my bag?
Will I carry your bag, or can?
Will.
No.
Yeah.
Can I carry your bag? No.
Why did you bother asking what question I meant when the answer was no to both of them?
Want a belly rub?